Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, December the 13th, 2022. It's also Santa Lucia Day for those of you who come out of a culture that celebrate that. Um, but anyway, today's Tuesday, December the 13th, 2022. Today's daily Bible readings come to us from Psalm 42, Ezekiel 47, 1 through 2, and then Jude 1, 17 through 25. And you might think I was going to do Jude today because, hey, Jude. But how often do you get to say that? But no, I actually stopped at Ezekiel because I don't know. There's just something about Ezekiel, and I want to repeat myself. Allow me to repeat myself. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and say it a lot of times. I don't know. Maybe it's because people aren't listening. But the books of the Bible are in conversation with each other, especially as you go through time, like chronologically, the books of the Bible. The later books are in conversation with the books that went prior, right? They reference them. They sort of riff on each other's work, like jazz musicians do. If you listen to jazz, so like Ezekiel might lay out a theme, and then John, in when he has his vision and writes it down in Revelation, riffs on that vision, that theme. Ezekiel tells of a new temple, this new holy of holies that's 1,000 cubits square. By the way, that's like 1,500 feet. That's better than a third of a mile long. So it's third of a mile by a third of a mile by a third of a mile. Which that doesn't sound like much, but third of a mile tall is pretty tall. So that's that John picks that theme up, and so then in Revelation we get this temple building that's 1,500 miles square, right? Which would have pretty much covered the better part of the Roman Empire at that time, if you catch John's meaning, right? So, like, if you take this big cube that's 1,500 miles by 1,500 miles by 1,500 miles, and you center it over, I don't know, let's say the Isle of Patmos where John was, it covers a lot of turf. And then we get this image of this river, right? This river running through the whole thing or out of the whole thing. And in Ezekiel's image, Ezekiel's vision of the new temple includes a river of life that flows from the temple and it brings life and healing to the world. John's vision, this is like, oh, hey, that's a good idea. Let's keep it. And a lot of the same language. I know I've said this before, but it bears repeating. Because the point is that God's presence in the world, it's God's presence in the world that brings all of this light, life, health, healing. All of that flows through him. And wherever that river goes, as Ezekiel keeps saying, there is life. Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Get out, enjoy the day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Boop.